G'day, today we're going to have a look at level 6 in the Orcs Must Die 3 main campaign. This one's called Lava Pits. I'm going to be doing it on Rift Lord difficulty, trying to get 5 stars, and of course this is the first of the war scenarios. Now with the war scenarios, it means you get a few more really big ticket weapons to use, which you can see are all shown on this right hand side of my shift plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm not going to really use them. I don't think that they're going to be the best way to get multipliers, and because it gives us so much money with the expectation we are going to use them, it means that we can really have some fun in what we're building. So I'm going to set up shop over here, just in case we get some like sappers and things. We're going to try and just avoid deal with, but like that our walls are far enough away from them that we might be able to take care of them. So what we're going to do is just start off with as few walls as possible that it's going to push them into the corner. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with that guy there. We will get our roof lasers going, and we will just work that. Let's get them straight.
No better spot than here.
That section there, and then we will put our breezes on the roof.
This should work.
These guys on the walls. Some butterflies above those.
Perfection.
Now we've still got some money to spend here. So if we get some, if we do get some, what do we call them, sappers coming, we definitely want to build some arcane out there. So we will do that, but I don't think that's going to be a wave 1 priority. Let's just get a bit more of that, and we should be able to afford 2 of these there. Alright, so let's get this started. So they're going to be coming from all the way at the top there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for them down here, because I want to try and get the multipliers going inside my traps, because the traps are pretty nicely built to start here. Another thing that I do occasionally do with this one, which was quite fun, is if you use the shift 1 like injection pads, you just chuck them up here and just fire them off into the lava. Definitely make quick work of a lot of guys. But we're going to do this in the name of kill streaks, and let's see if we can get a big one by condensing them all down here. Bit of a weird little corner here because we've got that hook for that corner, but we'll see if we can make it work. Now there are going to be archers too, so we're going to want to stand really far enough back that they can't see us. And at least if we do have sappers come, we should have plenty of warning that we can try and build some things in place to stop them coming.
Do not take them for granted. They are a bit meaner than their smaller counterparts.
The barricade is under attack.
That'll be from the archers over there that are attacking it. You can see it's already pretty badly off, so we'll use our yield to up that a bit, and we'll stand a bit further around the corner just to keep them safe. Definitely this is wave 1, so there's going to be a bit of you guys sneaking through. So we do want to be able to see this at least. But anyone that can be taken down by the trap system, we will we'll let that happen. Now, probably the biggest risk of the way that we're building this is we're going to have to fight against time. Because you can see the second wave is coming, but we're just going to have a long break. Now because this is Rift Lord difficulty, I'm not going to have longer pauses between waves, I assume. I don't think that's the case in the war scenarios. It shouldn't be any different to the other levels. So that's fine at this level. I'm going to have so much time between when they come out their door and when they eventually get to me that definitely I should be well set up with my new traps. Okay, we can see some ogres are coming now, and we do want to keep an eye on them as they come through our little trap system here. can start to probably put in a few more traps too. Got that guy over there. We can have a counterpart on this side. A bit more fire in there. Now I don't necessarily want to go mind control on these ogres because they could, the archers or gnolls that are going to throw grenades or anything, they could try and shoot them and hurt my barricades. So in the name of keeping my barricades nice and alive, we will leave them be. Particularly for these little guys running through. It'd be good to have some arcane down just in front of my start of my traps over there. So burn them up nice and quick. Because this is such a weird sort of set of angles it's made because of that front wall, but I do want to take advantage of that corner that we've got up there. I will sort of extend this down a little bit further for my second piece, so I will try and keep it straight against this wall here. So we'll put that guy there, and that guy, put him there. Just try and pick up these last few guys. Alright, cool. So it's those guys there that are, I guess put us at risk of not having enough time. So we do want to pick up the stragglers as quick as we can. Okay, so we'll put him facing that way. We'll put another guy in there, and since it'll be above this one, we'll put that there. Cool, now I realize that what I've done is because this is at the top of the stairs, they're going to just wander straight through, but I actually don't think they're going to get this far. So what we'll do is we'll just build a bit more of walls here, and then we'll start to work out there with our arcane magic. Definitely a long wait. I'll wait for these guys to get here. Now I could go out there and just pick off a few of them, but you can see these traps are doing a pretty good job. So we're going for the multipliers and the higher score. Actually, what I'll do while I'm waiting is I'll just go get some health. I don't know if sappers do appear in the war scenario, so I know they definitely didn't in the previous difficulty. They may obviously be part of this if they want to up the difficulty.
Messy, but effective. Not sorry to see that one gone.
Okay, let's just add a few more wall traps.
I'll never get that out of my ropes. Not exactly tidy, but oh well.
Don't really need that barricade anymore because, oh no, they can walk through to get to there. Slide this guy back one, and then get rid of him and put another trap down there, I suppose. I'll see if I'm alert when my 3 seconds where I can sell things, and we'll see if we can get rid of the 2 of them and rebuild it. Oh, sorry, get rid of the 2 and then just rebuild this one. Now I do find that in the war scenarios, you do get archers on that first wave or so, but then they just seem to stop coming, so I'm pretty safe to be closer to my barricades now.
I'm not cleaning that up.
See how an armored ogre goes through this thing.
That worked well.
Okay, now what we'll do, just trying to keep an eye on the mini-map while we're moving, but over here, let's put in our arcane, just to discourage those guys that do wander too close. But they get a little bit of a sizzle going.
Well, that was a challenge.
We are too sluggish.
And down it goes. Who's sorting out the pieces? A lesson for the rest.
Alright, so let's go pick off these last guy. Even if we encourage him to run a bit more so he gets closer to the traps. And then we'll stand over here. There we go.
Oh well.
Great, so... Oh no, I'm gonna have to have one at least there. That'll do the job. I don't need another one there then. Not that I think that money is probably a problem at the moment. Okay, so let's go some brimstone on the outside. A few more flame traps. I won't put butterflies up here because I don't want to discourage guys walking out once they're up here. I want them sort of getting in here before they're discouraged. Now, one thing that does look like it'd be fun to work with as well is this grinder. I suppose you could really try and block guys out to send them this way to walk past that and use that huge trap to fire guys into it, but one of the goals that we're doing here is using as many different types of magic as possible. So you can see the guys from the roof using frost, the butterflies give arcane damage, so does the brimstone. The fire traps are obviously fire. These frost guys, the normally frost guys on the walls have changed to acid. So basically just trying to get as much of everything in there as possible to really up those multipliers.
Won't be the last.
And what we're not really getting a great number of in this is kill streak. You can see our kill streaks are generally ending at about 13, 14. What I could possibly do to fix that is just build a wall, a set of barricades that do block them from walking closer to my other set of barricades. Also would speed up my my building, so let me just wait till I've got the money to do it, I suppose. Let's have a look. So if we go 1, 2... We obviously don't want to block off anyone that's already over there.
I'll never get that out of my robes.
3. Hopefully these guys will come through and then we can get it before the next lot show up. It's unlikely though. Because yeah, I think, like I said, I think the biggest problem is that this could just be taking too long. So if we can get them all sort of coming this one direction, ideal. And we've definitely got money to burn at this point. No one's getting through this.
Me. A worthy foe.
Hopefully, hopefully that'll mean that we get some bigger kill streaks in the last 2 waves.
Not exactly tidy, but oh well.
That means it'll stop these guys wandering onto that and having them potentially die once they reach this point. Gives a bit more of our kill streak. Sure is, I've got that hole there too now, so that doesn't work anyway, does it? Oh well, hasn't come up as a problem, I suppose. Alright. Let's build that and then quickly get care of these weak guys before they try and fight their way through one of the barricades. So that should now mean that we've got everyone going that same one way. Alright, so hopefully that's, yeah, speeds up our next two waves. Even if it's just a little bit. Now, I might just put a barricade there just in case anyone little tries to wander through. I don't think they will, but better safe than sorry. And I guess we'll put one of these guys in facing that way, just to really hammer home someone if they do make it this far. I don't think there's any point in having the fourth one in here with these guys, but we'll chuck him in anyway, just because if he's going to hit that range, then have at it. It's one thing that's sort of a weird positive negative about the war scenario levels is that it does encourage you to have all these really fun big sort of weapons, but if you just use your old sort of standard setup, you can actually really take advantage of the level without sort of having those initial points of not having enough stuff that you're going to be in trouble. Right, let's see if we can help with keeping these streaks alive. I'll pick on the big guys to see if we can thin this out a bit. And we can let this guy wait. It's not going to be part of the end of the kill streak, but it can be the start of a new one if his little guys move quick.
Exactly tidy, but oh well. Away with you! I'll never get that out of my robes. I'm not cleaning that up. That worked well. Sorting out the pieces.
I'll just pick off a few of these guys to keep the streak alive. Next horde of guys are about to wander in, so... Oh, so close. This definitely does become significantly easier as well once they don't send you any archers or sappers really, or gnolls even. This does feel like a level you can really sort of play to work on those high scores, experiment in different ways.
worthy foe. That worked well. Goodness me! Well, that
Here we go, final wave.
More enemies on the way!
Oh, now we've got...
our old friend Crag has shown up to fight.
We should remove him quickly. He will disable the traps.
Alright, so we want to get rid of Crag because we don't want to lose our traps. See if I can get around to him so everyone else leaves me alone, because I'd say my my trap network is going to do enough on their own. It's just going to be Crag that's a problem.
Fiends.
Luckily my traps are so far away that I could potentially get him without
You won't get past me.
even getting to them.
Drive them back.
Got to keep an eye on that mini-map as well to make sure no one's wandering successfully through the traps.
Not exactly tidy, but oh well. That hurt.
There he is.
Messy, but effective.
Alright, we'll just take him that, get some health back. So the different characters have different individual perks, and this guy's perk is that he can feign death and gain health. So I mean, what we can do here is we can just keep an eye on our trap network to make sure it is operating, and just gain that health back while we take a nap.
Who's sorting out the pieces? Goodness me! Who's next? Not exactly tidy, but oh well. That worked well.
Little skull.
Who's sorting out the pieces? A lesson for the rest. Not exactly tidy, but oh well. I'll never get that out of my robes. I'm not cleaning that up. Goodness me! Messy, but effective. Who's sorting out the pieces?
I think in knowing now that sappers don't appear in this level, that original wall that I built over there and the brimstone that goes with it, I wouldn't have needed. And I can instead use that money to just build that wall here to speed these guys into the trap a lot quicker and potentially keep these kill streaks going longer. And if I were to fail this for, say, how long it took me time-wise, I know that I could cut, I reckon, probably a minute at least off it from having those guys no longer walking to the wrong entrance. Although I suppose for the most part there were extra waves coming behind them. Nah, I reckon there would be a lot of time cut off.
A worthy foe. Ow!
Someone's hitting me. Oh, we got some ogre mages down there. Alright, well, let's just let the traps take care of them.
And down it goes. That was invigorating.
Alright, there we go. Just missed 3 million points. So close. There we go. Time was good enough. Now let's have a quick check of the stats. Let's see what that time was. 25 minutes, so yeah, definitely kept it close. Alright, let's have a look at the campaign scores, see where that ranks. Full leaderboard. 345. Not too bad. Alright, well there we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But until next time, catch you later. See ya.